Hi everyone, we're going to find Z1 and Z2 in rectangular form by multiplying the two together using FOIL method or however method you want to. Then we're going to also do find the product in polar form and see if they agree. And on this particular video, we're using a calculator. So we're kind of going to be estimating, and then we're going to graph it and show this in an Argand diagram. So the first thing we're going to do is just multiply these two. So Z1 times Z2. Now this is going to give you negative 30 plus 12i plus 20i plus 8. And this equals negative 22 plus 32i. I combine these two, and I combine these two. So that's equal to Z1, Z2 in rectangular form. Now we want our polar form to match this. So now let's find polar form. So for Z1, we're going to say R1 is absolute value of 6 minus 4i, which gives you square root of 6 squared minus negative 4 squared, which gives you square root of 52, which is approximately 7.2211. All right, and then our inverse, tan, our angle, equals tan inverse, or inverse tan, negative 4 divided by 6, which is approximately negative 33.68 degrees. So our second angle, we'll call this angle 1. So angle 2, because we're in quadrant 4 here, we're going to take 360 minus 33.69 degrees. And that's going to equal 326.31. So Z1 equals 7.211 cis of 326.31 degrees. So let's circle that. All right, next one. For Z2, you get R1 equals absolute value of negative 5 plus 2i, which equals the square root of negative 5 squared plus 2 squared, which equals square root of 29, which equals, it's approximately 5.385. And our angle, we'll call this angle 1, equals inverse tan, or tan inverse 2 divided by negative 5, which is approximately negative 21.801 degrees. So if you want to get the second angle, you're just going to take, for tangent, remember you just take 180. Since this is in quadrant 2, we're doing the reference angles here. It's one angle, 180 minus 21.801 degrees, which equals 158.199 degrees. So your Z2 equals 5.385 cis 158.199 degrees. So these are the two we want, and I'll write them over here. Now we want to multiply these two and get our rectangular form as well. So I'm going to write them down again. Our first one was C1 equals 7.211. Cis of 326.31 degrees. And Z2 equals, where do I have that down? 5.385. Cis of 158.199 degrees. Now, to multiply these two, you just multiply these two numbers and add your angles. So basically what you do is Z1 times Z2 equals 7.211 times 5.385 cis of 326.31 degrees plus 158.199 degrees. So this equals, and we'll just say approximately, let's do approximately here, 38.831 cis of 484.509. All right. So what I'm going to do here is, for the degrees, I'm going to bump this up to 485. So basically, this is going to be approximately 38.831 cosine of 4. I'm going to just call this 485. You don't have to, because we're just estimating a little bit here anyway, because we're using the calculator. Which is approximately, if you put these in the calculator, you're going to get negative 22 plus 32i. All right, now let's graph this. I kind of set up my graph already to make it a little easier. Let's go black on this one. So this first one, we're going all the way to the x. Remember, this is your real, this is your imaginary axis. So I'm going from negative 22, which is about here, and to 32. So go up to 32. So that's Z1, Z2, and then from the pole here, you draw your arrows. So let's see how good I can do on this. I'm going to do it this way first. Let's do this in green. No, let's do it in blue. All right. So I'm going to try to make this even. And then draw your arrow. So that's Z1, Z2. Now for Z1, that's 6. So I'm calling this 6, negative 4. So this would be negative 4. So that's right there. So this is Z1. And I'll go ahead and do this in blue too. So that's right about there. All right. And then Z2 is negative 5. Let's do that in green. Negative 5 is really close to negative 4. And then we have what's really close to negative 6. Let's do that and go up 2. So it's halfway up here. So from here to there, about like that. And this would be Z2. And that's your Argand diagram. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.